This old highway's getting longer.
If I ask a question that's really awkward, we'll just use the safe word gritty. Just say gritty, and then I'll just move on.
We use
Okay,
quagmire.
While he's talking, can I be going, gritty, gritty?
The whole time.
The whole time.
Like, we're in trouble.
Tomorrow night. Nice.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
I hope he ain't wearing them skinny jeans. Hey, is he wearing them skinny jeans? Hey, was Luke
You're
wearing them skinny
kidding me.
jeans?
Past 2 weeks, no one's been home.
And we need to do something about that.
Yeah.
You know, the studies show that if the dad of the family hunts, it's 50-50 if the kids are going to. Kids nowadays are so involved in other activities. But if the mom hunts, the kids are going to hunt.
The white line's getting longer, and the saddle's getting cold. I'm much too young to feel this damn old. All the cards are on the table.
Pours a little bit of that burden, and because that burden is all U.S. citizens, it's all of our burdens.
Yeah.
That freedom isn't free.
All right. I don't know if I remember the rest of the words.
Let's knock
All right, here we go. We're going back to the chorus.
Okay.
And the white line's getting longer, and the saddle.
But just be positive in your life. Every crowd I'm looking at right there, there's somebody there who is a natural leader.
Yeah.
Are they going to be a positive leader or a negative leader?
Are on the table, but no waste left in the hole. I'm much too young to feel this damn old. Lord, I'm much too young to feel this damn old.
Dude,
All right.
Aaron
Nice.
sold it.
Oh, we should do one more.
All right. What do you got?
I,
Whoa.
Yeah,
I mean, he's really taking over the stage here.
No,
This is a side of Aaron I've never seen
I know.
before.
He's like, well, can I get a fog machine, please?
Hello, all right. You're listening to the Gritty Bowmen, home of gritty bow hunting films, interviews, tall tales, and a wee bit of manly boasting.
I'm South Cox, and you're listening to the Gritty Bowmen.
On this episode of Gritty Bowmen, we visit with Randy and Candy Yao of Extreme Desire TV. Randy and Candy hunt big game out west. Their show focuses on real backcountry hunting adventures. Do-it-yourself hunts. The ones that take place mostly on public lands. Go to extremedesiretv.com and check them out. They're wonderful representatives of the hunting industry. They believe in honesty, integrity, and fair chase, and it shows. Please excuse the first 5 minutes of the video podcast. We lost the second camera angle, so you don't get to see Randy until about the 8-minute mark.
If you like the show, please go to our website at grittybowmen.com and subscribe to this podcast and tell your mates and pals about us. Do us a favour and please take a moment to leave us a rating or a review on iTunes or on our YouTube channel. Send your questions and podcast ideas to grittybowmen@gmail.com. If you're listening to this on iTunes, you can see the video version of this podcast on our website at www.grittybowmen.com.
Okay, folks, welcome to the Gritty Bowmen podcast. I'm here with Randy and Candy Yao of Extreme Desire TV. And we're going to get to know you guys today. For those who don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself and about the show, and what you're, why you're doing it and what you want to accomplish.
Well, our show, Extreme Desire, we're all Western big game, backcountry, do-it-yourself type hunting, public lands. We're just trying to show people what is out there that anybody actually can do if they want to put their mind and efforts to it. I mean, it's not easy, but it can be done, and anybody can do it. It's out there for anyone if they want to put their time and efforts into it. So we started filming a few years back, trying to share what we see and do. I've seen and done more things than most people's ever going to see.
Yeah.
But, it's hard to relate that even on film, because you can't show everything, but you can at least give them a glimpse of what we're seeing and what we're doing.
And it's very family-oriented.
Yeah, very family-oriented. We try to get, obviously my wife Candy is part of it, and she's out there chasing up and down the mountains just like me. It's crazy, but she's tough. One tough woman, I'll tell you right now.
How did you guys meet?
That's a funny story. I had gone away to Texas for a year and was working with special ed, with my daughter down in Texas, and my older daughter was getting married, and she says, "Mom, you're going to meet the man of your dreams at my wedding," and I did.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
That's how that happened.
Yeah, her daughter set us up because I was on the groom side, kind of just basically part of their family.
Yeah.
And so
you're going to meet the man
of
your dreams.
The daughter's been she was laying for us. We got up there, and then she kind of set us up.
Sprung
and
the
it
trap.
worked.
And it pretty much was over after that weekend.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wow. So how long have you been together?
5 years. Been together 5 years. Been married 3.
And when did you start the show?
I was already starting the show.
Okay.
Prior to meeting Candy.
Okay.
And then I just was, kind of very baby steps of it. And then at the first, she just stayed back. And the first season, she was basically just me and the guys. But then the second season had become her and I are a team, and she goes everywhere. And she hunts as much as I do. And
that's really neat.
She's taken some incredible animals.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
with the show, when can people see it?
Well, right now it's running just locally. They're in Central Oregon.
Okay.
We did run on a Pursuit channel. We ran Wild TV up in Canada for a couple years, and we've run on another national MAV TV and national network and so on. But right now we're just gearing up for hopefully third and fourth quarter of 2016, and run more in the Northwest and hopefully on a Pursuit channel.
Yeah.
That's
kind of what we're planning for this year.
We were talking a little bit before on how tough it is to film hunts.
Very tough.
And what has been the toughest part for you guys doing a show? The sponsorship thing is a little tough.
The sponsorship is by far the hardest.
Yeah.
Getting the sponsors, I don't think people realize, you don't just get paid to have a television show.
Yeah.
You've got to come up with your own money. You actually buy the airtime. You've got to sell yourself. I'm not a salesman.
Yeah.
I am a country boy, and that's my biggest problem.
Which I think is sometimes a problem because a lot of the great TV shows that I connect with are the ones where the guy's just been hunting his whole life, and he's very passionate about the hunt and the hunting, and he goes out and he does it. But then he has to go out, if he's going to share that on a network TV kind of stage, now he's got to go out and be a salesman too.
Correct.
And recruit all the support. And they're not often the same person.
Exactly.
And the same guy that's good at or been grown up in the mountains isn't exactly the guy that's the good schmoozer and can convince the sponsor, like, hey, you want this.
Exactly.
That's by far our toughest.
Yeah.
Is that.
Yeah.
The hunting's easy.
Yeah. What has been the most rewarding part of, embarking on a hunting show and stuff?
I think impacting lives, whether it's someone that's just watching that's never been out in the backcountry, or whether, someone. We work a lot with the ladies and the children. In fact, we started a Northwest Ladies Hunting Camp a couple years ago, and it's amazing the impact that it's made on women. They're getting out. Not only are they just purchasing guns and learning to shoot, but they're actually hunting after all this and harvesting animals. The same with the youth. We incorporate the grandkids and all the neighbors' kids and everybody whenever we can. Trying to preserve the hunting industry.
What's your favorite animal to hunt? Like, if you had, pick the weather, the weapon, bow, rifle, whatever, the species, location, what's your kind of the hunt you love to do the most?
Go ahead.
Archery elk. Hands down.
Yeah, that's what probably everybody says, but I mean, that's probably is.
Archery
although
elk.
I've hunted, I've taken more bulls than I can say,
Yeah.
but archery elk is so much fun, but one of my other favorite ways to do it, you can't hunt, it's not trophy hunting, but just tracking them down one-on-one in the snow, in their bedroom, in the thick timber, it's cool. And you're playing cat and mouse, and it's not as intense as that archery screaming bulls, but these guys are at their full, they're intelligent, sharp animals, they're at their full wit at that point, and it's fun.
After bow hunting a lot, I kind of had this idea like, well, if I pick up a rifle, it's going to be really easy. you know. And then I go out and I actually hunt with a rifle for elk, and it's like, this is hard, and it's cold, and they're not out running around like they were during the rut. You know, they're like a needle in a haystack.
And they're smart, you know.
Yeah, it was.
That's fun.
That was kind of an eye opener. So archery elk, that's really cool. So what do you guys kind of hope? Where do you hope to see this show go, and kind of the future?
Well, obviously, we'd love to start airing nationally, continuously. Again, in Canada, they're incredible. The backing that we get from Canada is amazing. They love the show. You know, obviously, we've got children and grandchildren coming up, and we'd love to get it rolling and let them just step up. And they're all incredible hunters. They're all in all of our shows, and that's what we'd like to do.
That editing part, I've spent a lot of time in my office, which is really a walk-in closet, but that time behind the computer, that's tough when you're the outdoor guy.
Right. I just do rough editing. You know, I do what I call a string out. I'll take my footage and then I'll string it out in kind of the storyline. And then I give it to somebody that really knows what they're doing and let them.
I've been kind of leaning toward that a little more. I've got so much video and so much stuff I want to share.
Right.
But being the one guy who does all the editing, it's become it's tough. Do you feel like when you get it back, does it work out how you had in your mind?
Well, yeah, because usually, you know, working with the editor, they're giving me rough. Okay, take a look at this, you know, and then I want this, or you know, I can pick and try to make sure things happen the way I want. But you still got to narrow it all down to a small segment in compared to the real deal. But and that's okay, you know. And we're not. Well, I say it 1,000 times on my show. You know, we're not perfect, you know, and this is real. And if you want perfect, you
got the wrong show.
No, this is Western big game hunting, backcountry real hunting, and it don't happen perfect. It's just the way it works.
That's kind of what I want is the real deal. Right.
And you're not going to get every kill scene. And all this fancy stuff. You know, I mean, we portray it real, and that's one of the biggest things we've had. People, almost everybody that comes up, we love your show because it's so real. You seem genuine, and they just love that part of it. And that's
something
where we're going to stay. You know, I'm not going to have flashing lights in the big fancy everything. This is going to be cool, and it's going to be real, you know.
The story the way it really happened.
And that's just it. It's a story. We're trying to portray a story of what we actually just lived.
I honestly, you know, I haven't been that involved in hunting TV, you know, because of that reason. Like, it wasn't resonating with me. And I just kind of stopped watching it and instead watched a lot more film tours and a lot more like guys that were just doing the shows but weren't doing it to make money. Because I felt like their shows were more relatable for me and meant more to me.
Right.
But I'm starting to see shows like what you're talking about here that are coming to the forefront that are getting recognized, where I think it's changing a bit. And I think the film festivals have helped with that.
Oh, yeah. And it's like you mentioned Full Draw Film Tour. It's funny you mentioned that because John just came up to us today and says, when are you guys going to submit something to me? We never have.
Yeah.
And John is actually the guy that helped us start this whole show.
Yeah,
5 years ago.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
So that's what's funny. You know, John's a good friend of ours, and you know, so it's.
I love John.
And he's like, come on, guys, and like,
let's do this. Where's my film?
We've never just put that little piece for him together because we're so busy, and it's like,
with the show.
It's stupid of us. It really is.
Well, I think
it's great to get it out there.
Those festivals, they've really done a good job of connecting with your everyday hunter, where some of the Hollywood-ish type hunting shows just
actually takes you apart. Reality.
Divisive a little bit, you know. So I'm excited to go check it out. I've been making a list. I'm going to go check out. So.
Yeah, we'll send you a couple links of some.
You bet.
Better here.
Pilots. We got some good stuff coming up this year. That's for sure. So
cool. Well, guys, I really appreciate you coming on the podcast today. Where can people connect with you on like social media?
Oh, you bet. Lots of places. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook.
Okay.
Extreme
What's your
Desire TV.
Extreme Desire TV?
Yes.
Can they find you on Instagram?
They can find me on Instagram. I'm just learning that one. So just Candy Yao, and I'm
Candy
working
Yao.
on that one. You
Okay.
bet. And then we have a website,
I'm learning too.
Yeah, we have a website.
I didn't have Facebook or any of it. Like, I don't know. I started Facebook about a year ago. And then I started Instagram a few months ago.
Yeah. So that's kind of, I mean, we're a little bit further than that, but that's one thing sponsors absolutely
they care about
insist
that.
on. And so we're learning.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. She's a lot better at it than I am. But I'm trying.
We all have our skills, right?
Right. There. Yeah, I'm kind of, like I said, I'm not a salesman, but I'm doing my best. So, it's.
Excellent. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming on.
Betcha.
Thanks for
Thank you.
taking your time.
Candy. Okay, Gritty friends, I hope you enjoyed that podcast. If you did, please take a moment to leave us a review on iTunes, Podbean, or Stitcher. We love reading your reviews. And connect with us on social media if you're on there. Look us up on Facebook and Instagram, and take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can receive notifications when we upload new videos. We've got a sweet deal with Mountain Ops. You get 20% off on all Mountain Ops supplements, combo packs, and apparel when you type in the word Gritty at checkout. If you're a hardcore elk hunter, or you want to be, go to the Elk 101 website online and check them out. Our friend Corey Jacobson is killing it with some of the best elk hunting information and entertainment on the web. If you haven't heard, we're doing a huge gear giveaway to try and grow and expand the Gritty community on Facebook and Instagram. I asked a bunch of friends to pitch in on this gear giveaway, and they all came through with some awesome stuff. Our friends at Kifaru, Rockslide, First Light, Phelps Game Calls, One Shot Gear, Mountain Ops, Triple X Archery, Blacktail Outdoors, and Is It September Yet are pitching in some sweet gear for the giveaway. We'll announce all the details in the next few weeks. All you have to do to be entered to win is like our Gritty Bowmen Facebook page and follow us on Instagram. All right, friends, let me leave you with one other quote from Theodore Roosevelt, who said, "It behooves every man to remember that the work of the critic is of altogether secondary importance, and that, in the end, progress is accomplished by the man who does things." We all have a choice. We can be people who do things or people who criticize the work of others. It's pretty simple, really. Get out there and do your thing. Good luck on your hunts, and stay gritty.
This is Ty Stubblefield, and you're listening to the Gritty Bowmen.
Gritty Bowmen.